For the people in the back, for the people in the front, for the people on the side, for the people on the front, for the people in the back, for the people in the front.
My name is Patricia Pascal. Most people know me as Chef Pat. I've been in St. Lucia for about 24 years now, which is a long time. And born in England and started my career in England. When I was about 6, I told my mom I wanted to be a chef. But, you know, parents, they always say, no, be a lawyer, doctor. But I think it was in my heart to be a chef. So when I was about 16, I went to culinary school. And that was just really exciting. I was best student of the year, and it was something that I excelled at because, as I said, it was in me. I was at 21, started off this little catering company, which I called Silver Swan Caterers. It was in England. Every year we'd do lots of weddings and functions. I'll do the whole thing, and that was at a very young age. And later on, my parents decided to come back home, which was St. Lucia. But unfortunately, they didn't make it, so I ended up coming over to St. Lucia, and this is how I ended up in St. Lucia. When I first got here, Jalousie just opened, and I decided I'll get a job at Jalousie. And you know, when I went, they said, "Oh, we've got chefs from France, Belgium, this place, that place, and there's not many places for you." But you know, I went, I took the job, took the challenge, and I worked my way all the way up until their first closure, when they closed just before they changed to, I think it was Hilton. Yeah, when they changed to that. And then I had my children, and I decided to come down to Castries. When I came down to Castries, I worked for a short time at Caribbees, and then I went to, where did I go to? Yes, then I was asked to go to Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, and it was something different actually to teach children how to cook. It wasn't something that I planned to do, but I was asked to do it. And when I went for the interview, people with so many degrees, masters and everything else, I thought, no, I'm not going to get into this. But at the end of the day, it was another part of my passion, which I didn't know that I had, was actually teaching young people. I worked there for about 9 years. It's funny, I meet all my students now in St. Lucia, and they say, you know, you was one of the best teachers, and they learnt so much, and they're at such good positions now, either teaching young people themselves, or they've got real good jobs right now, and I enjoyed it so much. Children are now grown up, so I kind of gone back to the industry where, you know, you can get your foot in. Right now I'm working at Bay Gardens Hotel. I'm the executive chef there. I've been there for a while, and it's been interesting. Right now we're, you know, lots of our clients, they want to know about cooking, they want to experience some cooking. So what we do is actually have cooking lessons when they come over, and we allow them to sample the food, allow them to taste St. Lucia in its own natural form. You know, when you have dashing, it doesn't really mean much to you unless you've prepared it, tasted it, kind of incorporated it with something else at St. Lucia. And so what I do, we have these cooking lessons where they come and we do this, and then they can take some of our local products, meaning our hot sauce, our seasonings that they have over there as well, and actually use it and make a dish. Just say, for instance, our fish tea. At Bay Gardens, we do a fish tea where we use green figs and dasheen, and we use our local fish, and we put it in this broth and put all the seasonings in and the hot sauce, and when you eat that, oh, it's to die for. So I've, you know, incorporated that. Right now we're looking at the farm to table, where we actually go to the farms and see where the food comes from and how it's produced, so that we can have local, fresh, everyday kind of deliveries, and also encourage the guests to know a little more about St. Lucia. You know what I'll say to people, because honestly it's one of my passions, is that young people, I think they find themselves when they learn to cook. You find love, you find yourself. Most of the time we think it's a job that's below us, but it's a job that will give you happiness, it's a job that will give you a happy family, it's a kind of something that you can take at work, but when you have your family at home, you have them together. And I think once there's love in your life, I think all the rest is kind of, you know, just there. But I think definitely young people, they need to know how to cook. Sometimes they think it's irrelevant, but I think it's important. It's important that you know, you get your hands in, you know how to do it, you can pass something on to your children. And we started a cooking class at the boys' training school, and these boys were kind of destructive, and they just didn't want to listen. And I started this class and they were so attentive, and you know, the food part just brought them together and brought peace and calm into their life. So I know it was a good thing, and even now I think that's one of the ways I get to people, by introducing them to food. Even having small kids, make bread, mold it and stick it in the oven, I think it's such a good thing.